Hello, everybody, and welcome to my stream. This is my first real stream. Not really sure how this is going to work. Not sure if it's working right now. But we're just gonna talk we uh, until we can't anymore. I think my battery is fully charged, so we should be able to talk for a while here. So the reason why I wanted to do a live stream was because I wanted to get better at conversation, wanted to get better at talking, and just wanted to grow an audience for my YouTube channel. Something that I've always wanted to do, and now we are doing it because I have time. And that kind of brings me to my first topic. I went on to since there aren't a lot of people on my live in my live stream chatting and stuff. I don't really have anything to go off of. So what I did was I went on the old Google machine and I typed in like topics to talk about. And this is what I found right here. I found this is at conversationstartersworld.com, and there's 101 different types of questions or things you could talk about. And so this first one, let's just get into it. This first one is the current situation. So this is actually perfect because the current situation is kind of a shitty one, if you will. I am not working right now, and that's why I am doing this live stream. I'm not working, and the reason for that is because I don't have my federal medical certificate. Now, what does that mean? For those who do know, I'm a truck driver. For those who don't know, I'm a truck driver. And in order to have your CDL license, you need to have your FedMed card, Federal Medical Certificate. And I do not have that because I supposedly have sleep apnea. I guess I do. I don't know. When I went and took my test, the first time I took my test, it was at home, and it didn't really give the greatest results. And so they made me go into the hospital and take the test that way. They hooked me up with a whole bunch of nodes and stuff, and, a whole bunch of stuff. They connected me to this machine, and it takes all the vitals and all that kind of stuff. So I did all that. And the results of that was 94.1% sleep efficiency. That sounds pretty good, right? I only woke up once or twice that night. And then, there's this AEH thing that you have to worry about. And just know that number is supposed to be above 30. If it's above 30, you have sleep apnea. I had 7. So I'm like, okay, this doesn't make any sense. The only thing that kind of swayed them to say that I had sleep apnea was that my neck size was bigger than it was supposed to be. So, I don't know. I guess they go by that. So, I don't know. I thought it was very, very stupid. I'm thinking to myself, like, this can't be right. The more I thought about it, I'm like, I do not have sleep apnea. They're like, yes, I called them, and they're like, yes, you do have mild case of sleep apnea, therefore you need a CPAP machine. Well, there's a national shortage of CPAP machines, so I can't get one. And then, when I do get my CPAP machine, I have to wait a month for the results. See what the results look like. And a month without work is brutal. But you know what? I'm not going to worry about it. I'm not going to freak out. I am just going to do the things that I love, which is live streaming, futzing around with my tech stuff, working out, doing the stuff that I like to enjoy, while still trying to make money. I would like to get some odd jobs here and there just to keep myself busy. I mean, I always keep myself busy, but to keep myself busy and to make some money. My wife currently works right now, so she can, she can help out with it, obviously. And then I should be getting my paid leave soon. So, yeah, I should be fine, but just in case, I'm a hard worker, so if worst comes to worst, I will go apply for something or switch jobs or something, if this takes forever and we are struggling. But we are good right now. Everything is all good, and nobody needs to worry about a damn thing. So that is my current situation. Hopefully I can get a CPAP machine earlier, but there's a shortage. As all of you know, there's a shortage of everything. I know people that bought furniture, and it was about a year ago, and they still don't have it. So it's like, what are they doing, But with that shortage, there's a shortage of workers. And so I read the other day, I either read it or heard it on a podcast, that the port of LA is backed up. And obviously, LA is backed up. There's only 60% of the people working. And instead of 1 to 2 ships waiting there, usually there's 1 to 2 ships waiting there. There's 65 ships waiting there. So I thought that was wild. So all of our stuff that we want is on those ships, and they're taking forever to unload because they only are at 60% capacity. So that really sucks. So yeah, that is the current situation. I am fine mentally. Before I wasn't, but I'm good. I'm good now. And yeah, I'm just going with life. Like, this is what life threw me. That's what I can't sit there and sulk, And trust me, when I was younger, I was a sulker. I was a pouter. I was all that. But now I can't. I got to do what I love and don't look back. So that is the current situation. Yeah. It says if you are traveling somewhere, you might ask where the other person is headed. This is for regular conversation with people. But speaking of traveling, we did go to Tennessee. We just got back about a month ago, probably a little bit more. And that was fun. I'm not a huge country guy. I'm not a huge country singer guy, country culture guy, but it was fun to see the museum. It was fun to see all the bars that the country singers own. It is just a party 24/7 there. It is wild. You see bachelorette parties everywhere. You see all kinds of people, shapes and sizes. Different ethnicities. It was a great time. Everything was expensive as hell, but, what can you do? That's a tourist town, and they got to make their money. I thought the cool thing about Nashville was the musicians. The musicians aren't like musicians here in Wisconsin. The musicians, they go around and ask for tips. And because that is their job. That is their number one source of income, are the tips, and I'm sure they get paid by the bar or something. I have no idea. But maybe that's the only way they make their money, and they go around and they ask for tips, and usually us tourists give them huge tips. They got to live. I don't know. I thought that was cool for some reason. And, yeah. So, anyway, that is where we went. We went to the Grand Ole Opry, and that was actually... It was in a different location a long time ago. Then they built a new building, I think. And then they brought, from the old building, they brought a piece of the stage, a circular piece of the stage, and put it on the new stage. And so that's the big thing there. If you're an artist or a comedian or a country singer, and if you can stand on that circle and perform, good on you. Like that's what they strive for. So I thought that was pretty cool. We got to see Lauren Elena. I think that's what her name is. And then a local comedy guy. He was pretty funny. Something idiots, something like that. I don't know. But yeah, that was pretty cool. And then a few other like old timers that our grandpa and grandma would know. They were pretty cool too. So that was awesome. And so we are on our next topic here: work and job. As you guys already heard, I am a truck driver. I've been a truck driver for 3 years, and I love it. I enjoy it when I'm not sitting at home. I'm kidding. I do enjoy driving the old truck. Fortunately, I can't do that right now because of the story that I just told you. Excuse me. I'm a very gassy person, so I apologize if I'm constantly burping. It needs to come out, though. Otherwise, I get a stomach ache, I get gas trapped in my body, and it's a whole thing. So, yeah. I apologize in advance. Excuse me, in advance. What do you do? How long have you worked there? I already said that. Do I like it? Yes, I love it. What do I like about it? I love the freedom that it gives you. You don't have a boss or a supervisor constantly over your shoulder telling you what to do. And I always struggled with that. Like if a boss or a supervisor was constantly ragging on me, I couldn't work like that. Like I needed to do my own thing in order for me to do a good job. I think there's too much pressure in there of like doing the job perfect, and that's something maybe I need to work on. But yeah, I love the freedom of it. You can, as long as you're going to your appointment times on time, going to the right places, following the laws, you're doing your own thing. If you want to stop and pee and get something to eat, you can stop and pee and get something to eat. It doesn't matter. Just make sure you get there on time and you are nice to the people, all that kind of stuff. I do love the problem-solving aspect of truck driving, because if something goes wrong, you got to find a way to fix it. Otherwise, if it's unfixable, you got to call somebody. That usually takes forever. So you got to figure out a way to fix it. So, for example, there was one time the handle for the landing gear broke, and I had no way to bring the landing gear down so I could unhook from the container. Well, it broke, so I'm like, what am I going to do, So I sat there, thought about it. I'm like, I know there's a way to fix this. Because the bolt in the middle of this handle and the thing broke. So what I needed was a bolt. This is going to bore a lot of people, but this is like a problem-solving thing. What I needed was a bolt so I could turn the thing. And I'm like, I don't have anything strong enough for a bolt. Well, I went through all my stuff, and I found pliers. And I stuck the end, like the handle of the pliers, into the place where the bolt was supposed to go, and that got the thing going. So just little things like that. I mean, you learn so much when you're on the road, either by doing something wrong or by, freshening up on in your CDL book, or people that have more experience than you, they will tell you some things that you're doing wrong, or they will give you some tips and tricks. Those people that have been trucking for a while, those are the people you want to hang out with, because they know everything about everything. They know they know what happened to this plant or that factory, or why they changed their name, and those are the people you want to hang out with. So yeah, that is what I love about my job. What do I don't like? What is the worst thing about my job? Is probably the traffic, and traffic in the city is the worst. I'm used to it now because I got to go down to Milwaukee, Wisconsin all the time. But yeah, I do not like just lost my train of thought. I do not like the traffic. Also, I don't like the shippers and receivers that have bad attitudes, or anybody that you come across like having a bad attitude. That's the worst. Because you're having a good day, you get into the plant, you're backing up, you got everything all set, and now you got to get your paper signed, and the person's a complete a-hole or a b-word. So, and it just kind of ruins your day. So that's kind of the worst. I'm constantly getting flipped off in the city. As everybody knows, trucks are slower than cars. They accelerate slower, and for some reason, people don't understand that. They expect you to be as fast as a car. Well, when you're turning, or when you're turning left or right, it's going to take me a while to accelerate. It's going to take any truck driver a while to accelerate and go through the gears, and cars hate that, and so they'll honk at you and beep at you and call you names and stick up the finger and all that kind of stuff. So I'm used to it now, but in the beginning it's like, whoa, okay. But yeah, I'm used to it now. It's all good. The third topic is clothes. Anybody watching? Anybody? No? Oh, why is this off? Hold on 1 second. Are we back on? Are we back on? Yes, we are back on. Okay. Perfect. I gotta fix that with my camera the next time. Where were we? Clothes. A lot of people are into clothes. I am not one of them. I do not I do not care about clothes. Now, that doesn't mean that if I'm going to somewhere fancy or special or like a wedding or a nice restaurant, I won't dress up. I will. But every day wearing clothes, like for work, jeans, raggedy sweatshirt, t-shirt, shoes, socks. That's it. Like, and then out of work, sweatpants, shorts, underneath, a t-shirt, almost like I'm going to gym class. I just like that sweatpants and sweatshirt, t-shirt type of clothing. I respect those people that are into fashion and clothing and all that kind of stuff. I just never was really into it. I love sweatshirts. I gotta say that. I love sweatshirts. Like this one, Adidas sweatshirt. I do like this one. I do like my Packer and Wisconsin Badger sweatshirts, but all the other stuff, like I don't go to a store to like buy clothes. Like that's not my thing. I'd rather buy tech stuff, or I'd rather buy what else do I like to buy? Food, stuff like that. Still gassy, sorry. But yeah, that is what I like. Oh, games. I love buying video games. Gaming is a big part of my life, I guess. So yeah, games, tech stuff, food is what I'm into. Not really big into clothing. I probably shouldn't be drinking coffee right now, but it is what it is. So the news is our next one. The news, what is currently happening that I keep seeing is Gabby. I forgot her name again. That Gabby lady that went missing. Well, they found her body, and then I guess they found 4 other people, they found some more things. And this guy, Brad Laundrie, one of them. I gotta look it up now. I think it was this one. Uh, Brian, is it Brian Laundrie? Brian, yeah, Brian Laundrie. I looked it up before, as you guys can see. Brian Laundrie, yeah. Um, yeah, there's I won't go into the details, but like this, at least 4 other bodies found during the 2 month search. Like, did this guy do that? Like, what the hell is going on? And they were on a trip. They're on like a YouTube trip, and they had a fight. And all of a sudden, she ends up going missing, and they can't find him. I wonder what happened there. Interesting, very interesting. So, yeah, that's the news story that I have been listening to lately. Um, so, yeah, I mean, I haven't been listening to it. I just see it everywhere, and it's always on the news, on the radio, and stuff like that. So, do I watch the news a lot? I don't. The news that I get is pretty much from Twitter. And I know what everybody's going to say. Oh, Twitter's a cesspool of, degenerates. Well, that is true. But most of my news is like sports or just random business stuff or, that kind of stuff. So I don't watch the news. I, in my personal opinion, think the news is not a scam, but they just like to put fear into the people so they watch more. That's basically what it is. And I've known people and I've seen people that just get sucked into that. And I myself have. When I first started watching the news, I would just watch it and I'd get pissed off, and then I'd keep watching it more and more, and I'd get pissed off more and more. Just the stuff that they say. Obviously, they're trying to. They have an agenda, and they're trying to, they're trying to push their agenda. Is what I'm trying to say. So, I don't know. I'm not a huge news guy. Never been a huge news guy. But there was a while there where I was. I go down rabbit holes, and I did watch the news. So, yeah, it is pretty lame in my opinion. Yeah, news just puts fear into the people. The next one is sports. Let's see. What sport do you like? I love football and I love track. I watch way more football than track. Because the football's on more than track. And then football, I love my Packers. Love my Green Bay Packers. So if you see me switch back and forth, it's because I want to make sure that my camera's still on, and then I want to just make sure if there's somebody in chat or something. So I still don't know what I'm doing, so that's just how I do it right now. Yeah, so I love Packers. I'm glad they're doing great this year. The game before last game was pretty wild. The one where Mason Crosby missed 87 field goals, and the other team missed 87 field goals as well. That one, I had a heart attack every 2 seconds. That was bad. But I like that they're just they're doing their thing. Love AR, love Devontae, love all the receivers, love Aaron Jones, Allen Lazard. I love them all. Love my Packers. Most people, if you in Wisconsin, I'd say mostly north of Milwaukee is basically all Packers fans. Once you start getting into Milwaukee, you'll get that Chicago Packer mix. And, hey, whatever floats your boat. It's funny because at my work, there's a lot of Chicago Bears fans. And we just give each other shit all the time. It's funny. Yeah, so I'll have to, next time I go to work, I will have to say that they beat them, and that's what it was. Why were you talking shit? Do I play sports? I do not right now. I lift and run, but I don't think, they're sports, but not, I don't play them organized. Just do them for health reasons. And then, It feels good, and it's a great way to stay in shape, just like Family Guy. And so, yeah, love doing that. Um, and then, but I did play sports in high school. I played football, and I played football, and I ran track. I was a backup at state track for a couple years, and then so I wasn't super fast, but I was fast enough. If somebody got hurt, I would do a little bit worse than them. But yeah, so that's that. And then we're gonna exit out of that. And then football, I played my first 2 years in high school, and then the next 2 years I didn't because I dislocated my shoulder and had like an AC tear or something, sprain or something, and coach didn't have faith in me, so I did not play. And that was that. Did I enjoy? I played halfback. I played cornerback. I sucked at cornerback. I don't know why they put me in there. To this day, I still don't know why. The hardest position to play ever. And then, plus I was short. I was real short. Like, and these receivers were tall as hell. But, and then, yeah, wingback was my favorite. I loved playing wingback. I think you ask most people my size, they would love to play wingback. So, yeah. Who do you think will win the major sports event? I'm assuming they're talking about, well, any sports event, but Packers or Washington. I'm going to pick Packers all day because I am biased, and Washington isn't the greatest. I was looking it up earlier. They have a lot of injuries to their team, as do we, but not as much as them. Yeah, so hopefully we can squeak out the win. They're 2-4. We're 5-1. Taylor Heineke, is he playing? Yeah, it looks like he is. Yeah. And he's decent. I mean, he's not bad, right? I don't know. I don't pay attention to the Washington football team. But, yeah. Hopefully we can squeak out a win, and, yeah, do that. This is what surprises me right here is this touchdown. Oh no. Okay, never mind. I thought this was something else. Here, can I click it? Oh, no. Okay. Oh, that's because I'm on the I'm on the Washington thing here. All right, so I'll do one more question, and then I will end the stream. This was fun. I can't wait to do it tomorrow, or tonight. Let's do. What do I do in my free time? Well, what I will be doing in my free time is doing this and making YouTube videos. Hopefully you guys watch my YouTube videos. It's a lot of randomness right now. That's probably why I don't have anybody in my streams or watching my videos, but pretty soon I'm hoping to have like a niche or something. But I've always been the type of person that's like just curious about everything, you know. So I don't know. I might like my let's go to my channel here. Watch this. Yeah, let's just make sure. Okay. We'll go to my channel. So like I made a little short on a town close to my town, somewhat close, like an hour away. Just a little montage. And then I made, what else did I make? I made a point of view ASMR GoPro bike ride. Then I made an informational video on why we should stop procrastinating. Then I thanked you all for the 100 subscribes. And then I did my first interview with my second cousin. That was really fun. But it turned out that the mode that I was recording in, it wouldn't import into my computer, so I couldn't get the footage. So I had to do a whole. I learned quick, like what footage I could, like. I learned what not to do, real quick. And so I had to use my phone to record my camera. So now I just have the audio and some pictures on there. So yeah, as you can see, it's very random. And then my sister held a kickball tournament in the memory of one of our former high school mates that committed suicide, and so that was really fun. Rest in peace, Keona. And then I found out that I found a slow-mo feature on my phone. I have the Samsung 21 Plus, and there's a slow-mo feature on it. So I was doing slow-mo things, doing regular stuff, but in slow motion. And then before that, I just did footage of like a axe competition, like a, what is it? I'm drawing a blank. But it's like a axe, yeah, like chopping wood competition. Why am I can't right now. Let me see if it's on here. Lumberjack competition. That's what it is. Lumberjack competition. So, yeah, that's what that was. And then I made a video about Tim Tebow. That one's alright. I'm kind of embarrassed by that one. And then another, like a point of view one. So I just do a lot of random stuff. I'm going to go grab my camera again. 1 second. Yeah, so I just got a new GoPro for my birthday. It's the GoPro 8. I was going to get the 9, but then they were saying bad things about the 9. And then I was going to get the 10, but that was pretty expensive, pretty pricey, so I just settled for the 8. The 8 does everything else that 9 and 10 does. The stabilization might be better or something, but I love the way the 8 looks. If you guys ever want to see what the 8 looks like, you can watch my point of view ASMR bike ride. You can see what it looks like there. So there's that. How much free time do you have? Well, now I have free time all day, every day, for the time being. What do I wish I had more time to do? This stuff like this. And now I'm getting that chance to do it. And I appreciate if anybody watched. I appreciate it if you, if you watched for a little bit. It doesn't look like anybody was, but hey, this is me just getting better at this and seeing what I can do to get better. So thank you all. Make sure you like and subscribe to GB Freddy. My name is Freddy, and yeah, I appreciate it. All right, peace. Thank you.